Do 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 do.
So today I'm going to give you guys a little tour of all of Pinecone stuff. I said I would do this video ages ago and I just never did it because I really didn't think that many of you guys would be interested in it, but a lot of people continue to ask me to show, you know, what kind of supplies I use for Pinecone, where I store it all, what his little litter box house looks like, because I've talked about how his food sits on top of his litter box house. So I thought I would just take you guys in my bathroom and show you all of his stuff, the brands I use, the stuff he likes, his favorite toys, and how I keep everything stored and organized. So I'm going to take the camera in there now and show you all of Pinecone's favorite things. Okay, so the first thing is Pinecone's litter box house. That's what I call this. It's this little piece of furniture that I got on Amazon, so I'll try to link it below. And this actually works out perfectly because I can keep his dry food and water on the top. I like to keep his food and water off of the floor because that way Teddy, Blair's dog, won't get into it because he gets sick when he tries to eat cat food. And then that little container that says cat food on it, but Pinecone's blocking it, has extra dry food. So I put his dry food in there, and then I put the spare bag, you know, underneath the sink, which I'll show you in a second. And I have that cloth down because as Pinecone is modeling for you right now, he's a little bit of a messy eater. He likes to actually eat his food kind of on the counter. So I put a cloth down. It doesn't get too messy, but I just like to keep the actual piece of little kitty cat furniture nice and clean. And I also wipe it down quite often. This little thing is Pinecone's favorite toy in the entire world. It's basically a laser thing that spins in a circle. He's upset because it's been out of batteries all day. So I have a new pack of batteries. I'm gonna put new batteries in it. He actually knows how to turn this thing on by himself. So he gets up here and presses these little buttons and turns it on, and then it literally will just run until the batteries die, because he'll turn it on when I'm like not home, and then it will be running for an entire day. And then the batteries will die and he gets very, very upset. And you can set it on a timer, 5, 10, 15, or 20 minutes, and also set the speed you want it to go on. I just always put it on the lowest speed, but Pinecone sometimes will just press the buttons and change the speed and settings and all sorts of stuff. Is it on? Pinecone's also deaf, so it's a little different because he can't hear it. So unless it catches his eye, he like doesn't know that it's turned on, even though it's pretty loud. And then I keep most of his supplies right here under my second sink. I have a video already showing you what's under that sink there, and it's still organized the same way, but in that video I talk about this under sink storage and how I have most of Pinecone's stuff, and a couple people wanted to see it. So this is what it looks like. Pinecone is getting really excited because he's not normally allowed underneath the sink because the doors are normally closed. What are you doing in there, Pinecone? Oh, he found his chicken bites. So here in the front, I have a bag of his dry food. This is the Purina Sensitive Systems, but he actually will eat any dry food that is made for sensitive tummies because he has one of those. He doesn't really like dry food no matter what brand or type I get. He just really prefers his wet food. So he gets a can of wet food a day, although these are the big cans, so he would only get half of this a day. And then he gets as much dry food as he wants to kind of nibble on throughout the day, but he really doesn't eat that much of it. These are the two wet foods that I found that he likes but also doesn't irritate his stomach. So there's the Tiki Cat chicken and the Fancy Feast grilled chicken feast and gravy. This is his favorite. He would eat 3 cans of this a day if I let him, but he only gets one. This is his litter. I use the Fresh Step crystals, and I really think it makes a difference, guys. I do not have any odor in my bathroom at all from his litter box, and that's a combination of good litter and scooping it a lot, like every day. So if you're having an issue with your cat's litter box, I would definitely recommend trying the crystal litter. That is the kind Pinecone likes the best too, because he gets upset with other litters and he scoops it out of his box because he's a tyrant. Behind the wet food, I have his litter liners. So I have 2 sizes, extra large and large underneath, because I double line his litter box because he tends to scratch his litter box up with his little claws, and I don't want there to be holes in the bottom of the liner when I go to change the litter because I don't want the litter to fall through. So I use an extra large and then I use a large on top of that, just to kind of make the extra large a little bit tighter, if that makes any sense. Also, I bought the extra large as a mistake once, and so I started using it and it was too big, so I started doubling it with the large, and I found that that worked really well for me. I have some Clorox wipes in the back that I use just to spot clean his little food area and the inside of his litter box every time I change the entire litter, which is about once a week. I scoop every day, but I change out the litter completely about once a week. And then I have his cat scooper next to it. I have his favorite treats, like I said, the chicken puree Hair Bites. He is so in love with this stuff. It is his favorite. It's basically just freeze-dried chicken. And then I have some various toys, catnip mice and stuff like that I get every now and then to entertain him. I have some Frontline, which is like flea protection. He doesn't need it every month according to his vet because he is an indoor-only cat. But if I ever see a flea, I'm supposed to put it on him, so I just keep it just in case. This is his collar. He doesn't really wear it because he's an indoor-only cat. Pinecone, you are so annoying. You are so annoying. Oh my goodness, his little haircut looks so funny. You are just messing up my organization. He just wants to sit in there. It's so funny. Also, I have some brushes in here. So this is what I use to brush out the longer layer on top. And then this comb here gets down to the bottom layer. And actually right now, since he's been haircutted lately, since he had a haircut recently, he only has mostly the down or the like bottom layer. So the really furry long pieces haven't grown completely yet. So really he only needs the comb for now, but I've been using both. He really likes being brushed, so it's not an issue for him. I know some cats don't like it, but he likes it. Oh my goodness, Pinecone. You are crazy. So that is the inside of where I keep all of his supplies. Want a chicken bite? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you like that chicken bite. Yeah. Oh no, not the camera. He said it's not chicken, it's antelope, and I'm a lion in the wild. Yeah. He loves these little things. I know, I know, I know. We'll give you more.
We've been talking about this thing called love. Probably something you've been dreaming of.